76. Hello, my name is Cynthia, and welcome to our channel, which is called Insights for Seniors. I can't believe I'm 76. What is it really like? I'm going to tell you in this video my experience and how I got to be 76. I should clarify, what it's like for me to be 76. We all handle things differently. We all look at different situations differently. We all cope differently. So this is a disclaimer that this is some of my experiences, and hopefully maybe you can learn from them. And if not, that's okay, but maybe you could share with us ways that you deal with it. Towards the end of the video, I'll share with you a few things that I've done to kind of compensate or help me with the losses and changes that I've had. Back to, I can't believe I'm 76. I really can't believe I'm 76. I don't know if any of you feel the same way, but it totally blows my mind that I'm 76 years old. I cannot figure out how I got here, but I'm here. I know I'm 76 because I had a birthday a little while ago, and I sure look like I'm 76, but mentally I don't feel like I'm 76, and I truly cannot figure out how I even got there. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but there are times, and I'm going to share some realistic things that happen to you along the timeline as you age. Many of you probably remember what it was like when you were a child and you couldn't wait to be 13 because you were a teenager, and you couldn't wait to be 16 because you could drive, and you couldn't wait to be 18 because you were an adult. Then you couldn't wait to be 21 because you can vote and you can get married and you can drink and all those good things. So I'm sure we all remember those kinds of things. Well, I stopped going along with getting old probably around age 60. It started to bother me. It never really bothered me before, but I just realized at 60, wow, I'm getting old. But despite all that, I have survived and I have lived through some experiences that I want to share with you. And in the end, I'll share with you, some of the things that have made it easier. Some of the emotional shocks that I've had is that my husband died. That was a tremendous shock to me. It still is. I just can't believe that he's gone. He was my soulmate. He was my best friend. And we used to tell each other that we were going to be together forever. And I bet many of you have done the same thing or had the same experience. So here I'm alone, and my husband is gone. My parents are gone too. You might say, well, you're kind of old to be talking about your parents being gone. But my parents were very young when they had me, and I'm the oldest of their children. And they just passed away within the last 5 years, and I really miss them. They have left a void in my life. They've left a void in the family as far as traditions go. And my mother always sat at the head of the table and expected everybody to wait on her and made everybody laugh, and she was a hoot. Anyway, I could see my mother doing YouTube. She would, because she wasn't afraid to do anything. She was an independent woman. But anyway, I miss her. And my dad, my children, they've flown the coop. They're gone. They're all grown up. They're all married. They have their own children. They have their own jobs. And their priorities have changed from mom to their own families and their own lives, because they're going through the same transition that I am. I've tried to warn them, but as most children, they don't really listen to what I have to say. My best friend, my best friend since first grade. I always used to say since kindergarten. She said, no, I never went to kindergarten. It's the first grade. So anyway, she was my friend from the first grade. And she just recently passed away. And I find that as a tremendous loss. I think you look at your friends and your family and you think that they're going to be here forever. And even though you know, your rational mind knows that they're not going to be here forever. Anyway, she was my best friend. I was able to talk to her after not talking to her for 3 months, and it would be just like we were together, like we never were separated. We went through a lot of things as we were growing up together. Those early marriage things. She'd have a fight with her husband and come running to my house, and we'd have a cup of tea and eat Milano cookies. We raised our kids together. She helped me out when I went through my first divorce and I had a child. She helped me out babysit a lot and watch my children. She really was a part of my family. And she's gone. And what can you do? I no longer have a job. Although I couldn't wait to retire, I do realize that there are benefits to having a job. You have the friends that you work with. You have, well, I was a nurse, so I had the patients that I worked with and that I was able to help. And I got a tremendous amount of satisfaction from doing that. At one point in my career, I was a wound care nurse, and I thought I was kind of special, but so that was good. I don't have that now. I'm no longer a wound care nurse. I let my subscription go, and my certification go, and my registration go as a nurse. So here I am. But let me tell you some of the things that I've kind of tried to either, I don't know if you'd call it substitute, or have sort of taken the place. My husband, obviously, you can never replace someone that is that significant in your life. But I did try with a boyfriend. I got online. This was quite a while after my husband passed away, but I got online and I was able to find two gentlemen that I really liked and that I am still friends with. One of them's a little kooky. But the other one I was with for about 10 years, and he would come to my house on weekends. We didn't live together. We went on trips together, which was nice. I mean, we went to Aruba several times. We went to Jamaica. So all those things were very nice, but he became sick with, believe it or not, the same diagnosis that my husband had many, many, many years ago. And that freaked me out. I thought, oh, this is not good, because my husband, although he died unexpectedly, I seriously believe that he died from the side effects of the radiation and surgery that he had many years ago, because his life was never the same after that. But anyway, this boyfriend got sick. And it freaked me out. And then I started getting really anxious. And I had a lot of other responsibilities that made me anxious. And then I decided I can't be anxious anymore. I have to take care of myself. So my boyfriend and I parted ways. We're still friends. We talk occasionally on the phone. And he watches my dog for me. So that's a good thing. I told him he can inherit her after I'm gone. But anyway, so that's kind of a standing joke. My parents, there's nothing you can do to replace your parents. I try to be a good parent to my kids, but I don't see them as often as I saw my parents. I have some elderly friends, but I'm elderly too. So I can't believe that we celebrated last week someone's 90th birthday. I hang around with somebody that's 82. Another one that's 84. So it's very interesting, because I can't believe I'm hanging around with people that are that old, but I'm that old. So my best friend passing away, once again, you can never substitute these things, but guess what? I have a new best friend. She was my friend before, And when my best friend passed away, I moved her up to the slot because you can only have one best friend. Doesn't that mean just one? Anyway, she is now my best friend, and I can talk to her about anything. I can share anything. I can be sad. I can be glad. I can be sharing about YouTube. She's the only one who knows that I'm doing this YouTube thing. So that's it. And then a job. Well, I don't want to do volunteer work. I know that that's a noble thing to do when you're elderly and you're alone and you're a senior. I don't want another job. I don't want another commitment where I have to get out of the house, get dressed, make myself look good, blah, 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 blah. I just don't want that. It's not that I'm not a good person and I don't want to help people. But guess what? I have a new job. And my new job is YouTube. And you folks. And I am really delighted with it. I'm having so much more fun, probably a little more fun than I actually had in my real job. It is a challenge. I like the challenge, but there are times when it's making me crazy because there are some things on the editing that I can't do. And I don't want to scare anyone away because it is achievable. Look at all the people that do it. So I'm convinced that I can do it. It's just I have to figure out how to do it, and I'm a little dense. So it's going to take me a while. Anyway, I hope you found some interest and some things that maybe, you could substitute for some of the changes or losses that you've had in your life. But I'm sure that you've gone through those losses or you're going to go through those losses. And maybe you could share with us, our community, how you feel about those things. Some people age very gracefully, and I am not one of them. So, with that being said, I'm going to ask you if you would please click the like button and please subscribe so that we can learn from each other and support each other and help each other, and share the video if you think it's interesting. Maybe you should wait till I'm a little more experienced. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now I gotta play this over.